All right, good morning, Integrous family. It's your parents here.
Is that what we are?
That's what we are. We thought it would be great to just give a little of our thoughts to you guys as we go through this time together. Since we did not have our Monday morning meeting, it would be fun to share what Sarah and I have been thinking about for ourselves personally and also for us as a family, what we can take away from this time. So we're kind of excited. I spent a little time journaling this morning to try to get my thoughts together for what I'm thinking through during this time, because I feel like times like this are an opportunity, one direction or another. It's like a Y in the road. And people who learn from and change and grow through times like this, they use these opportunities to become better people. And then other folks who just look at this as an obstacle or a pity party for themselves because of things that they can't control happening to them, they come out of this worse than they went into it because they don't change anything or learn from it. So what I have down here in my journal this morning was I want to see myself and my people learn from this and through this and change and grow so much that this time actually is not a setback in any way, but rather a step forward for the rest of our lives. That because of this time, we hold our loved ones closer. We enjoy the simple but significant things more. We spend our money more wisely and invest more so we're more prepared for the next time this happens. But most of all, that we learn that every obstacle is really just an opportunity dressed up as an obstacle. So I'm asking myself this question, and I invite you to ask yourself the same. What can I learn and take with me into normal life from this time, so much so that I look back on this season and I can honestly say it changed my life and made me a much better person? What would those things be for me, and what would those things be for you? So again, two things that I see. We have two choices here. This will be a major setback for those who don't learn from this time and become better for it. But those who will learn, this will be a major step forward. And we can make good choices through this, that as we come out of it, our life truly is better. And I've heard people say, as they talk about this time, like, man, this is going to cost individuals and people so much. They're going to be set back for so long trying to recover from this time because we don't know how bad it's going to get. But I would say, actually, that is true if you don't change and learn from the things and adapt and get creative. I've seen so many companies, so many people getting creative, learning and changing through this time. Those people actually are not going to be set back. They're making a step forward. And when they come out of this, they're going to be more creative. They're going to be farther ahead because of this very thing. So I want that for myself, and I want that for all of us. That as we come out of this time, we learned, we grew, we changed, we made the adjustments necessary, that we will spend our money differently, we'll look at our loved ones differently, we'll make different decisions because we came through this time. And for me in my life, as I think through all the times that I've grown the most, they've always been in the times where it's been the most difficult, because that's the opportunity and the time where we get to make decisions that really impact us in a big way. So this is that time for us. It is a time for us to make decisions that help us step forward, not step back. There's a lot of people who are going to step back, and this is going to cost them a lot. But for the wise among us, we're going to step forward. And I know that's us as the Integrous family, and that's what I wish for you. That's what we wish for ourselves, and that's what we're thinking through. And take time to think through what we can learn, how we can change and grow. Maybe things that we were doing that were not healthy, that are exposed in this kind of time when everything gets difficult and challenging. It kind of brings those things to light and to the surface. Look at those things, and then what can we take and change now, and then take that into the future. So that's my wish for the company. I'm thinking through that for the company. What can we change and learn as we go through this so that we are a better company coming out of this? And I invite you to I welcome you to think through that with me as well. what are things that we can change in the company and become better because of this. And then Sarah has a couple thoughts that we've been talking about as well. So I'll give the mic to her.
Yes. Scary. How's this work? Hey, everybody, from home to home.
Home to home.
Here we go. This is not your typical Monday morning meeting, but there you go. If you guys saw my Instagram post, this is going to be a little redundant, but something that I've been thinking a lot about is I like listening to what people say, and I like, seeing opportunity for growth, those two things. Anyway, so as a result, I've been thinking a lot about things that I hear myself say, things that I hear other people say, and a lot of it as it relates to time, and a lot of it is like, oh, I don't have time to read books, I don't have time to pursue a hobby, I don't have time to hang out with my family in the evenings because we're all running to sports and different events. I don't have, like, these are the things that I hear all the time and that I say myself. I don't have time to write, I don't have time to do whatever it is that I should be pursuing. I don't have time to work out every day or whatever the things are. And all of a sudden we've had this huge disruption in our lives, and everything for the most part has shut down. And for some of us that means having physically more time in our days with not commuting to work, maybe not working as many hours, whatever the case. For other people, it's just the whole family is now converged in one spot, and there's no events, there's no school, there's no sports, there's no whatever. So for all of us, it's a disruption. And my question for myself is, what am I going to do with this? And what are the things, kind of like what Jason said, what are the things that I could implement in this time that I could take forward? Like, what are the new habits I could create? What are the little tiny changes that I could make that would compound and would actually make a really big difference? So I'm excited about it for that reason, because like what Jason said, I think that we could all become better people, and for me that would make it so worth it. I think that to go through something like this and not learn and grow feels like a waste of an opportunity. And so I would challenge you, as I'm doing myself, to make a list of those things that you don't ever have time to do, and figure out, is that a family game night, or is that reading a book? I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. But what are the things that for you wish you could do, and how can you figure out how to utilize this disruption to create new habits and maybe set some new priorities and things that are not only for this phase of life, but that will carry you into the next chapter when this resolves. So those are my thoughts.
Thanks, babe. Great thoughts. So I think the last thing I'd like to say is we are the Integrous family, and we joke around about us being the Integrous family's parents, but we do feel that way. We do feel like we're family, and I want to say I know some of us are incredibly stressed about how this will impact us financially as we look ahead, and we are, the future is uncertain. But I want to say the Integrous family, we're going to get through this together. We're going to be here for you. We're going to be here for each other. And there's varying needs within our family. Some of us have prepared well for this. Others of us have not been able to, or have not made those choices to. But we're going to take care of everybody through this in a way that is honoring and fair and is truly family. So I'm excited about that. And I just want you to know that. We're talking, we're thinking, we're working hard to make sure that we all make it through this together with as little sustained damage as possible. And like we were just saying, let's use this time to grow, because if we don't, it's going to be wasted. If we don't, it's going to set us back. But if we do, it's a step forward. We're going to be better. And I am doing that for the company. I'm trying to do that in my personal life. We're doing that in our personal life. And I invite you into that as well. Grow and just make this time an incredible time. And also, love being with your family. Enjoy this time. One thing I've been thinking about is that sometimes we get so caught up and worried about the future that it's hard for us to enjoy today. And I've been struggling with that a little bit, I will admit, because I don't know how long this is going to go. But let's enjoy today while thinking about the future, but not letting the future sabotage our enjoyment of the moment. So that would be my challenge to you all. It's my challenge to myself. But I'm excited. I love you guys. I love how you've all responded through this. It's just been incredible. The energy of pulling together, of making it through this together and doing what each person doing their part. It's just been incredible. The energy's been incredible. It's like, this is crazy. We shouldn't be this excited and having this much energy going into something like this, but we do. And I think it's just incredible that everybody's banding together. So I love you guys. Thank you for doing an amazing job. And we will be bringing more updates, but we just wanted to say, let's use this time above all to learn and grow, and let's make it a step forward. Peace.